Message Head of State KK Tokayev to the people of Kazakhstan, just state, United Nation. Prosperous society, dear compatriots, dear deputies, members of the government. In accordance with Article 59 of the Constitution of the Republic of Kazakhstan, I declare the third session of the Parliament of the 7th Convocation open. Dear deputies, I congratulate everyone on the beginning of the next session of Parliament. This year our country has entered a new stage of development. At the national referendum, the majority of citizens supported the course of political modernization. Constitutional reform has become a fundamental step in building a new, fair Kazakhstan. Structural economic transformations should be a continuation of political modernization. We will have to profoundly restructure relations in the triad citizen, business, and state. First of all, the state will ensure equality of opportunities and justice for all. A high level of public goods and support for socially vulnerable categories of the population, including citizens with special needs, will be guaranteed. An appropriate institution of the Ombudsman under the President will be established. The state will fully support economic freedom, but at the same time will resolutely protect citizens in case of excessive market fluctuations. Small and medium-sized businesses will be strongly promoted. I will now outline the specific directions of the reforms. First, new economic policy. Systemic problems of our economy are well known. These are raw material dependence, low labor productivity, insufficient level of innovation, and uneven distribution of income. Undoubtedly, all these are complex problems, but there are concrete ways to solve them. These include macroeconomic stability, diversification of the economy, digitalization, development of small and medium-sized businesses, human capital, and ensuring the rule of law. However, there is still no tangible progress in these issues. Obviously, new approaches are needed. The basic goal of our economic policy remains unchanged: qualitative and inclusive growth of the welfare of our citizens. The priorities of the new economic course will be stimulating private entrepreneurial initiative, i.e., moving away from state capitalism and excessive government intervention in the economy, development of competition, i.e., ensuring equal opportunities for all, and, of course, the equitable distribution of national income. All this presupposes the solution of a number of priority tasks. First, administrative regulation of prices reduces the investment attractiveness of entire industries, leads to shortages of goods and dependence on imports. Therefore, it is necessary to phase out government interference in pricing. The exception will be non-competitive markets. The tariffs of monopolists will remain under tight control. But control does not mean pressure. Today, there are more and more cases when government agencies, including law enforcement agencies, rush to check businesses and demand lower prices and tariffs. Such populist actions must be stopped. It is important to strike a balance between the need to limit the profits of monopolies and to ensure investment in infrastructure. 2/3 of the country's electricity supply networks, 57% of heat communications, and almost half of the water supply networks are worn out. These figures speak for themselves. Artificial restraint of tariffs is fraught with fin shutdowns, accidents, and, as a result, a threat to the health and lives of citizens. In monopoly markets, it is necessary to switch to a new tariff policy in exchange for investment. The depreciation of networks and capacities should be reduced by at least 15%. The tariff will be provided in exchange for investment in infrastructure and participation in the state monitoring system to ensure transparency. The owner should contribute a significant part of the investment from his own funds, not from the tariff. Effective incentives for innovation should be developed. A portion of costs should be allowed to be reallocated within the tariff estimate, and a certain share of revenue should be retained. Cross-subsidization of tariffs, whereby prices for some consumers are kept down by increasing the cost of services for others, should be phased out. Second, further demonopolization of the economy requires institutional solutions. The concept of conglomerates should be defined at the legislative level. Related market players should be required to obtain authorization for economic concentration. All their transactions should be thoroughly checked, including for signs of non-market prices. The development of the market economy is negatively affected by the activities of single operators. Therefore, this institution should be regulated. Existing operators should be transferred to a competitive environment or recognized as monopolists, and their activities should be regulated under special and